keeping the best mindset and keeping the weeds out of the mind. Welcome back to the Marcus Alcott Show. I appreciate everybody watching and listening. And today we're talking about mindset and the weeds that are inside your mind and how to pluck those things out and get rid of them and just change your mindset overall to more of a positive, energetic, and just a responsible mindset that you need to conquer anything in life. So keeping the best mindset and keeping the weeds out of the mind requires a strategic, disciplined, and adaptive approach. It's not just about thinking positively. It's about engineering a mental environment to cultivate growth, clarity, and resilience. We're going to talk about the framework to maintain peak mental performance and eliminate negativity before it takes root. Something you have to do is you have to guard the gates of the mind. Your mind is a product of what you allow into your consciousness. Every piece of information, conversation, and experience is either nourishing your mind or polluting it with weeds. TV, social media, doesn't matter what form of social media, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. If you pick the wrong things and get on the wrong algorithm, you are going to have weeds in your head, making yourself crazy. The shows you watch on Netflix, all of it, things you listen to, the music, it's all filtering, going into your brain, and you have to filter out what's good and what's bad. So you need to audit all your content. Be intentional about what you watch, read, and listen to. Avoid negativity-driven media, fear-based news, and low-value distractions. Like, get rid of all of it. I cut out the news in 2013. I still get a little bit of news, but I filter what I want to see and what I don't want to see. And definitely don't watch the mainstream media. And mainly, most of the news comes from X, and some of it basically just from X. You got to curate your social circle, meaning the actual people that you hang out with. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, uplift you, and push yourself towards greatness. Cut out toxic relationships that drain your energy. Get rid of those people and bring on the people that help you succeed in life, that cheer you on, that are energy boosters for yourself, not the energy suckers. Control your self-talk. This is the hardest part of everything. Your internal dialogue shapes your reality. Replace self-doubt with empowering affirmations and reframes. You have to keep it going. Keep all that self-talk to positivity. Anytime you got to reframe it. It's just one thing after another. Your brain is always looking for the negative. You have to retrain it to look for the positive. So your mind reflects what it repeatedly consumes. So filter it aggressively. Don't let it get into all that negative stuff. I'm not saying don't watch movies, don't watch scary movies, don't watch certain things like that all the time, but filter it. See if that's something that you can handle, that you can filter out and know that it's not reality, and you're just watching it for pure entertainment and nothing else. Another thing is you have to master your thought awareness and mental weed control. Weeds, negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and destructive habits grow automatically unless you actively weed them out. And that's what I just said a minute ago. It's always looking for the negative aspects of everything. It's just something that it does. You have to think about Google. If you put something negative into Google, you're going to get negative results. If you put something positive into Google, you're going to get positive results. Your brain works the same way. So one way to stop weeds from taking over is catch negative thoughts early. If that thought comes in like I suck at life. No, you're doing really good at life. Let's keep moving forward. When self-doubt, fear, or overthinking creeps in, interrupt it immediately with a pattern break. Shifting focus, moving your mind, or using your powerful mantra to get rid of the negative thoughts. Just even something as far as like moving your hands, basically breaking that thought pattern right away, just to be like, so it's coming in, just like move and be like, oh, you're going to quit thinking about it, and then you'll move on to the next thought that comes in. Or just overcome it with a positive statement right afterwards. Label and neutralize intrusive thoughts. Instead of engaging with the negative thoughts, observe them as mental noise and let them pass without attachment. That's one way you can do a lot of different things, like watching movies and things like that. Just, it's just mental noise. Let it go. Like, go through your brain, but watch it for entertainment purposes. But don't let it stick in there and be like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And Same with the news. Like, just watch it for entertainment purposes and just move on about your life if you have to watch it. Do not let it put the weeds into your mind. Use the 3-second rule. If a negative thought enters your mind, immediately replace it with a counter thought. Example in your mind says, I'm not good enough. Replace it with, I'm constantly improving and keeping and leveling up and keeping up with it. I do that all the time. I will find myself say it, something negative, and I will absolutely replace it. I'm like, don't say that, and I replace it right away with the good stuff. So weeds thrive in unconscious minds. Awareness kills them before they spread. So always be aware of what's going on in your mind, what kind of thoughts you're coming through there, and kill them right away when you have to. Control emotional states. Your mind follows your energy. Your thoughts don't operate in isolation. They follow your emotional state. If your energy is low, stressed, or anxious, your mind will default to weeds. You need to keep your energy high and resilient. Regulate your physiology. Your emotions are influenced by movement, breathing, and posture. Use cold exposure, deep breathing, and exercise to keep strong internal state. Now, you don't have to go into go into the ice baths and things like that. You could just throw cold water on your face, or maybe when you're in the shower, turn to cold, let it hit you, then turn it back to hot. You don't always have to be constantly getting into the cold weather, deep exposure for that kind of thing. Just kind of like a pattern interrupt to just break up the monotony of everything that you're doing. Some deep breathing exercises always helps. I feel like every Metcon I do, I'm doing some deep breathing exercises in the garage. Another thing is develop an unshakable morning routine. And I'm not talking about hour, 2, 3 hour morning routine where you're just doing all the things. I'm talking about just your routine that works for you. My routine that works for me is I get up, brush my teeth, take my vitamins, drink some water, go out and work out. Come back, start feeding the kids. That's my morning routine. That's what works for me. That's what's been working for me for years. You pick your morning routine. If you need to do visualization or reading or some other kind of movement, or you need a journal to get the thoughts out of your mind, do that. I still do give gratitude every morning when I wake up and hit the garage. I'm so grateful that I get to be there, that I could hear the music, that I can see, that I have a garage gym, that I have a wife and kids, and all the grateful stuff. But think about what will work for you. Just because I do that in the morning doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You have to figure out what your morning routine needs to be. It's something that you can repeat over and over and over without missing a beat. Learn emotional alchemy. Convert frustration into motivation, fear into action, and failure into fuel. Every time I climb a ladder, I have to fight the fear and put it into action and just go. Like, that's my worst. Like, I don't know why I have a fear of falling off the ladder, but I do. I don't know why. I just think it's always going to slide underneath me or do something crazy. But every time I climb up the ladder and I kill the fear that happens with all the action that I take. And remember, a weak mindset is often a symbol of low energy. Master your physiology and your mind will follow. My mind gets really, really weak the more tired I get throughout the day. So if you ever want to catch me slipping, it'd be 8 o'clock at night. That's when I start slipping for sure. That's why I don't answer text messages or emails or anything past like 7 o'clock. All right, rewire and strengthen neural pathways for growth. Your mindset is a collection of neural circuits built over time. If you don't intentionally strengthen empowering beliefs, your default circuits will wreak havoc on your mindset. How to program your mind for success takes time. You gotta use repetition to solidify powerful beliefs. The brain learns through repetition and emotion. Reprogram it by affirming strong beliefs daily. Visualize your future self daily. Your subconscious doesn't differentiate between real and vividly imagined experiences. See yourself already winning or getting that job or taking it to the next level. Be the person now that you want to be in the future. Act as if results show up. If you think you behave like a winner before you have proof, your brain starts accepting it as reality. If you think your body's changing during your workout, it's probably changing. Keep going. Keep doing the things you're doing to make it change. It's going to take time. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take repeated efforts over and over and over. So your brain believes whatever you tell it repeatedly with emotion. program it intentionally. Program it with not the negativity, but program it with the positivity and the mental toughness that you need to get through the life. And to train mental toughness and anti-fragility, the best mindset isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about thriving under pressure. And one way to develop an indestructible mindset is seek voluntary adversity. Do hard things on purpose, cold showers, fasting, intense workouts to expand your mental resilience. Go for long walks, go for hikes, go for sprinting. Things that are going to make you get out of your comfort zone, hit those up daily. Doesn't have to be all of them at once. Just pick one, do it daily. I do intense exercise daily. So that gets it out of the way for me. And after I work out, like the rest of the day is cake. Like whatever comes at me, it comes at me. It is what it is. Reframe obstacles as training. Every challenge strengthens your ability to handle bigger levels of life. Use the no option mindset. Remove the escape route. Burn the boats. Make success your only possible outcome. There is no plan B. It's only plan A, and you have to keep going. That's where the real growth happens. If you have to keep going, there is nothing to turn back on, then the growth will happen. A strong mindset isn't built in comfort. Challenge yourself daily. Every day should be a new challenge. Doesn't have to be a big challenge. You can be big, it can be small, it can be medium. Just challenge yourself daily and so you can see how much you can change and how much your mindset will change too. One of my favorites is eliminating decision fatigue and mental clutter. That's why I meal prep, and that's why we keep our house pretty clean. You know, the kids tear it up, but we strive to keep it as clean as we can. Weeds thrive when there's too much mental noise. High performers simply focus to maintain clarity. So to reduce the mental clutter, you got to automate small decisions. Reduce distractions by simplifying routines, clothing choices, meal plans, habits, anything like that. Like if I can get my wife to prepare to plan out the meals for the week for dinner, I'm golden. I can make them. I can do the grocery shopping. I can do all that. My lunches and my breakfast, always the same every day. I meal prep all my food on Sunday. It takes about an hour. And then every morning I make myself breakfast and I make my kids breakfast. Now the kids they start getting into my mental clutter by changing up what they want every day for breakfast, but we make it through it. But those are the small things I do for the kids and to be a better dad for my kids. You got to define your top priorities daily. Focus on the critical few rather than the trivial many. Eliminate low-value activities. If something doesn't serve your mission, get rid of it. Cut it out. Gone. Don't need to do that anymore. So mental clarity comes from simplicity and focus. Remove what doesn't matter. It's going to be okay. If it doesn't help you in your goals, get rid of it. Don't do it. Commit to relentless self-improvement. I've been doing it since 2013. Reading books, listening to motivational speeches, reading anything I can on self-improvement, any kind of books, anything like that. And it has greatly improved how far I've come since 2010, 2012, even from before then. Your mindset is either expanding or contracting. There is no neutral. Growth must be intentional. And I like to expand, not to contract. So if you're just not reading, you're not looking into anything, you're contracting. You're falling behind times. If you're reading, you're looking into personal development, now you're growing. And one way to stay in a perpetual growth mindset is you got to challenge your limiting beliefs regularly, question assumptions you hold about yourself, upgrade your mental models, seek discomfort constantly. Growth lives in uncomfortable zone. Surround yourself with high-level thinkers. Your environment shapes your ceiling. I'm still trying to find more and more high-level thinkers to hang around just to get the knowledge. Like once you meet one, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy or this lady I can hang out with all day just to pick her mind and pick her brain, see how it ticks and see what I can learn from it. So the mind must be continuously upgraded just like software. Keep it going. Keep looking for new things to do and keep the mental toughness going. To maintain the best mindset, you got to eliminate the mental weeds. Guard your mental inputs. Recognize and remove negative thoughts early. Master your emotional state. Rewire your brain through repetition. Train mental toughness daily. Eliminate distractions and clutter. Commit to lifelong mastery. Life, you will never figure it out. even when you're about to die, you probably still won't have it figured out. There's so much to learn, so much to do, so much to keep going, chasing. It's all there. We just have to keep doing it. You're always going to be on a growth mindset if you keep on that path, which is an amazing path to be on. Your mindset is not something you are born with. It's something you build, train, and protect every single day. The weeds of negativity will always try and grow, but when you create a mental environment where only strength, clarity, and growth can survive, they will never take root. You are the gatekeeper of your own mind. Protect it fiercely. And that's the pod. I appreciate everybody watching and listening. I'll see you on the next one.